And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about another proposed California response to the Sandy Hook massacre, and it does not involve gun control. My guest this segment is Kristin Olsen, a member of the State Assembly from Modesto. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
Let's talk first of all about, and your legislation has to do with public schools and safety in public schools. And
Correct.
Right now, currently, schools do have to adopt a safety plan, correct?
They do. Schools across California are required by state law to require a comprehensive school safety plan. We're tightening up some measures this year to make sure that they're in compliance with that law. And ultimately, that's the most important thing, is that they have a plan and that they practice the plan.
And you would like to see, I guess, one element be mandated in that plan?
Yes, I would like to see panic alarms installed in our public schools across the state of California. We did so much research over the last few months as to how we could best enhance school safety. I mean, the fact is we're never going to be able to prevent evil in this world, but it's our responsibility to do everything we can to try to prevent it and to at least minimize the damage. And so as we were doing that research, we discovered that panic alarms appear to be the most cost-effective and easy thing we could deploy to improve school safety.
It's my understanding that a number of other states are considering panic alarms also.
Yes, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost a dozen other states are thinking about installing panic alarms in their schools or already have. There's also a school district in Southern California, Glendale School District, has decided they are installing panic alarms throughout their schools.
Your measure passed out of first committee unanimously, but it's not without some minor controversy. One is dealing with the fact that what if there are false alarms, and that could be a problem for law enforcement.
And that is something that school districts will need to address. But similar to what they do with fire alarms today, which have been in classrooms for decades now, it requires some training of personnel and particularly students. Kids are kids, right? And then there needs to be a consequence if somebody pulls an alarm or pushes a button falsely. But we would leave that training, that education, and the discipline measures associated with it up to the school districts.
You talk about training and, I guess, updating teachers and things like that. There is some concern on some fronts that this would cost some money, take money away from already struggling schools, because it would cost money to train the teachers.
Great question. It's actually not very expensive. So far we've determined it's about $1,000 to $5,000 per school. And the bill also says that it doesn't go into effect until federal funds are available. And as you may know, in Congress, they are having a lot of conversations right now, as well as in the President's administration, about identifying a source of funds to enhance school safety. Panic alarms are one thing that could be a recipient of that funding source.
The President has proposed $150 million for school safety. I don't think that bill's even been introduced yet in Congress, but are you looking forward to perhaps, should something pass, that grants be available then to school districts or to states to get this done?
That's exactly right. And as we continue to move forward in the process, my plan is to work with our congressional delegation in trying to identify either that $150 million, getting it put into a bill, or another opportunity for a source of funds. And you know, the thing with panic alarms, a lot of us envision some big red button on the wall or under the desk.
That a kid could get a hold of.
That a kid could get a hold of. But with advancements in technology, it's amazing what can be done now, whether it's on a computer keyboard or around a teacher's neck, or, you know, very different technologies now that are much easier to tap into.
All right. Well, fascinating subject. Best of luck moving forward with this legislation. Kristin Olsen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. At the end of the day, we just want to make sure our kids are safe.
Thank you. And thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder that you can see all of our interviews on YouTube, also on My Government On Demand. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.